It's that time of the week again. It's an episode of Articulate Thoughts coming at ya, and I'm taking an effort this episode to slow down and talk a little slower. I notice in my past videos, I talk really fast, and I'm just really like running off adrenaline. Something maybe I drank too much coffee earlier on or whatnot. But yeah, this week I'm gonna try and tone it down and see how that kind of works out. So last week was a very interesting week. From the video I made, the whole thing kind of continued on and kind of got to a point where I couldn't deny what was in front of me. Also taking the time to take things a little bit slower and not to be such in a rush to get things done and take my time with things. Um, Particularly, I feel like when I'm slowing down and just it's more of an opportunity to get a better look of things and to be genuine with myself. I feel like when I'm in a rush, I just feel like very impatient. I want that instant gratification, and then I'll just kind of grab for the most convenient thing, for the most comfortable thing, and just settle on that. But yeah, I'm gonna take the time and effort to just slow down and really weigh out all the options and all the opportunities and really take the time to zoom in and get a microscopic perspective of what's going on, and then take a little bit more time, take a step back, zoom out, and then get a more of a macrocosm perspective on things. So, with that being said, there's something that's been brought to my attention, and I've been making some adjustments, and I've been reaping some pretty sweet rewards. And I just want to share some of that with you today, if you're tuning in, that is. Um, so there's a saying that's been lingering in my mind, and it goes, "How you do anything is how you do everything." And um, I just kind of understood it, but never really pondered it a whole lot. And after last week's episode, I felt like I was in a situation where it would be very useful to apply and ponder that idea and just kind of see what's going on in my life and um, how am I doing things and what are the results. So if you did not tune into last episode, I generally the basic premise was I got this pattern or habit of taking some time and focusing on myself and then doing really good and being in a really good place and gaining some momentum and things are happening, opportunities are opening up. And then at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm on a roll. I got the ball rolling, man. So I don't really need to work on myself so much. I could go out and help other people and be this great person that helps other people. So then I would go out and then do these things and take the focus off myself, and in turn, the momentum falls away, it drops, slows down, and eventually stops altogether because my focus and attention is not there on myself, and no one else is going to take the time and energy to focus on me. So, um, I mean, I don't mean that in like a pessimistic way or anything, but it just everyone's got their own thing going on, and they're focused on other things. Like they're not gonna, you know, hold my hand and make sure I'm doing the things I need to do. Um, and it's not their responsibility to do that anyways. So, anywho, so back to this concept of how you do anything is how you do everything. Work is a relatively large part of my life. I spend quite a bit of time there, and I think being part of the service industry, I'm constantly exposed to things that are a reflection of my internal reality or beliefs, and it's in those moments of frustration where I realize that I'm frustrated because of my lack of understanding or just being too impatient or whatnot. Just me, like I'm the core of it all. And what I realized in this past Friday is I saw how I was behaving on the floor, and that was exactly what I was talking about in the YouTube video. So as a server, I have a section of whatever 4 tables in a night, and my responsibility is to make sure that those 4 tables get the best service possible and they have everything they need and everything else. So then, as the night goes on, I'll get to a place where I have like maybe 2 or 3 tables, and then I have all that stuff going. I got their entrees punched in. I'm just waiting for things to come up, and then I'm like, hey, I got some time, so then I'll go out, help other people out with their things or whatever. But then I get caught up in that rhythm of helping other people because like when you're in the middle of a dinner rush in a restaurant, there's so many little things that you could do. And I'm the type of person that you know if I help someone out and they thank me for it, like I that feeling, like I feel it feels really really good to me, and it's kind of like an addictive thing for me. Just getting that recognition and that kind of that feeling that hey, I did something nice for someone, and they notice and they appreciate it. And then so I get caught up in chasing that feeling, and then I forget about the two or three tables that I had going, and then maybe a fourth table would get sat, and then I haven't been there for a few minutes because I'm busy running around helping other people, and then my responsibilities are neglected, and then those tables kind of suffer not so great service, and then the whole thing just kind of falls apart, and the whole rhythm is messed up, and then the whole night you know is a wash because when you're in the middle of a dinner rush, like everything, like the customers keep coming, the food keeps coming, everything is just on a constant flow, and then if you're not caught up, you're just constantly trying to play catch up. So went home that night. I when I was on the floor, I recognized that immediately, and I was like really frustrated. And I just kind of spent the night just like, okay, like I'm gonna get do this night, whatever, go home, and then do whatever after. And I remember driving home, I'm like, man, like this whole week has just been this whole theme of just lack of focusing on myself, and keeping the focus on myself is just blowing up in my face. And there's a few other examples of what happened, what transpired through the week that kind of um, projected that idea of how I did anything. That's how I do everything. So I couldn't escape this reality that yeah, I need to focus myself. So I woke up on Saturday morning. I'm like, okay, I bought this like new notebook, and I started writing stuff down I needed to do, and did those things, created a checklist, and then just focused on myself, did my own thing, and then I went into work feeling like amazing, like just felt like really good, like I don't know, just really confident, just really comfortable in my own skin. And then the shift starts off, and then um, just like as a the explanation point that the universe was sending me, like I cut my finger while cutting limes, and it was a pretty bad cut. Like the blade like went through the skin and like over the nail, so like it's like this you could it's a clear slit, and it's like going across the skin and the nail. So it's like so whatever. At the during my shift, I'm like, okay, I'm down one finger, and it's if your server like having one finger gone is like really really annoying because everything you do is like with your hands or whatnot. And then so for the rest of the night, I was kind of forced to just kind of focus on myself and just do my own thing. But I felt like I was just in a really good rhythm, and like there were windows where I could help out and just do small things here and there, but like it wasn't like I was chasing that feeling of that being thanked and doing this nice thing for other people. Like I wasn't as hungry for it as I usually was, and I just felt better within myself. I just felt more confident when talking to tables, and just in a really good flow. Just getting a lot of the guests that night kind of just said verbally, "Hey, like I really enjoyed the service. It's great. Thanks for for serving us." And then just even to like add more momentum to the ball rolling, I was taking an entree to the lounge, and I saw two friends of mine from the Five Rhythms dance class, and like I haven't seen them for about a month now, and it was just really great to see them, and I just chit chatted with them for a while, and it's just really great to catch up, and just like just really good to feed vibes off them. And then on their way out, they asked the hostess to call me out so then they could say bye, and like it was just a really nice a moment, and it was just a perfect night overall. Just a really good rhythm I made, and I ended up selling the most in sales I ever had at that particular restaurant. I ended up making the most amount in tips that night. So, I drove home, and I just kind of showed myself, I was just like kind of patting myself on the back saying, this is, making this adjustment yielded these kinds of results. So, keep it up, just wake up every day, make your checklist, do what you got to do, focus on yourself, focus on the self love aspect, and then everything else will fall into place. And then Sunday ran around, and then it was just a really good day. And every day since then has been really good. So, um, that's like my lesson, and just like how I'm doing anything is how I do everything, and just keeping that in mind and being aware of what I'm doing and what kind of results it's producing. So I hope that this episode was helpful in some way to some people, and if not, then that's cool too. Whatever. As a continuation from last week's episode, I also like to extend that invitation to Skype with anyone. I love Skyping and just want to Skype with more people or just whatnot. I know times are tough and some people, might not have the funds to go out and do things that they would like to do. But if you have a computer, you have internet connection, then Skyping is free. So hit me up, and yeah, if not, I'll see you next week. Take care. Peace out.